Introduction. Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we'll be discussing one of the most controversial events in history, the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II. The use of nuclear weapons in warfare is a highly debated topic, and we're going to take a closer look at why America chose to use them against Japan. Background information. Firstly, let's take a brief look at the historical context of the bombings. In 1941, Japan launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, a U.S. naval base in Hawaii, which brought America into World War II. The war had been raging for several years and had resulted in massive loss of life and resources. The U.S., along with its allies, had been fighting against Japan and Germany, both of whom were determined to win at any cost. In the summer of 1945, the war in Europe had ended, but the war in the Pacific continued. The U.S. had been engaged in a grueling island-hopping campaign, which had claimed many American lives. At this point, the U.S. had developed a new weapon, the atomic bomb. President Harry S. Truman faced a tough decision, whether or not to use the bomb. Reasons for using the bomb. So, why did America decide to use the atomic bomb? There were several reasons. To end the war quickly. One of the primary reasons was to bring a quick end to the war. It was believed that using the bomb would force Japan to surrender, thus saving American lives that would have been lost in a prolonged invasion of Japan. The U.S. military had estimated that an invasion of Japan would cost hundreds of thousands of American lives and even more Japanese lives. To send a message to the Soviets. Another reason was to send a message to the Soviet Union, which had recently entered the war against Japan. The U.S. wanted to show the Soviets the destructive power of the atomic bomb and discourage them from any aggression in the future. Revenge for Pearl Harbor. Many Americans also saw the bombings as a form of revenge for the attack on Pearl Harbor. The Japanese had killed thousands of Americans in that attack, and the bombings were seen as a way to make Japan pay for their actions. To test the bomb. Some historians argue that the bombings were also a way for the U.S. to test the bomb's effectiveness in a real-world scenario. Was it justified? The use of nuclear weapons on civilian populations is a highly controversial topic. The bombings killed over 200,000 people and caused widespread devastation. Some argue that the bombings were unnecessary and that Japan was already on the brink of surrender. Others argue that the bombings were justified, as they brought a swift end to the war and saved lives in the long run. Conclusion. In conclusion, the decision to use atomic bombs on Japan was a complex one, influenced by many factors. The bombings brought a quick end to the war and saved many lives that would have been lost in a prolonged invasion. However, the bombings also caused immense suffering and raised ethical questions about the use of nuclear weapons. We hope that this video has given you a better understanding of why America used nuclear weapons on Japan. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching.